New Age Tactical back. New Age Tactical back with another episode. Today we're doing Faraday Cages. There was 2 milestones this month. First one is we've actually been doing this one episode a week for over a year now, so that was a pretty big deal. And secondly, we filled our first terabyte of footage. Essentially, I'm a little bit paranoid when it comes to footage, and I archive everything. And I had one drive specifically set aside, 1 terabyte for New Age Tactical, and I filled it. So that got me thinking in terms of keeping my archive safe. A Faraday cage. Now, I'm not one of those crazy people that is talking about a detonation of a nuke in the atmosphere that would cause an EMP globally, or solar flares. I mean, I know it's possible, but that's not my reasoning. My reasoning is more for smaller occasions, like a close lightning strike or a massive power line short circuit, anything like that. So I wouldn't want to lose. I mean, I've been filming since I was 12 years old, so I wouldn't want to lose that many years of footage. However many years that is. By the way, I am drinking Hop Fish IPA. It's pretty good. I mean, not as hoppy as I had hoped for, but it's alright. In the simplest form, a Faraday cage is an electrically conductive outer layer with an electrically non-conductive inner layer. That's the simplest form it can get to. So I have this metal filing cabinet, and that's where I came up with the idea that I would make a Faraday cage out of it. It's already near. It's like a little bed I have in my office in case I knock out while I'm editing, and I have that right there, so I figured that would be the best spot. When it comes to Faraday cages, it's hard to test. Obviously, you can't do an EMP to test something like that, so there's smaller ways that I've found. And when it comes to research with New Age Tactical, it's basically watch like 15 videos and then kind of come up with our own way of doing it out of those videos. So I basically lined the filing cabinet with cardboard and assume that might be enough. Now, the ways of testing it are a simple radio. My issues with the radio is I feel like if you just put a box over a radio, it pretty much cuts out the connection.
We'll overlook a lot when passing a vote here. A lot of people have their minds made up on Trump. You know, this is a pretty partisan country at this moment.
Cell phones, you can use a cell phone, but I read somewhere that they do, some are on higher frequencies and that might not work. The third one I figured was walkie-talkies, and figured putting one inside, one outside would test it. So when it came to the filing cabinet, the radio obviously cut out.
Like stress, anxiety, none of that matters when the bureaucrats are involved.
The walkie-talkie still worked, and the cell phone still worked. So I cannot guarantee that this truly is effectively blocking. I even went so far as to make a piece of cardboard that went over it so it was completely encased in cardboard, and I was still getting the cell phone reception through it. But, oddly enough, a little bonus experiment ended up actually working for the cell phone. And that is, where do I have it? That is this Spider-Man popcorn tin. Yes, my girlfriend loves Spider-Man, and this was hers, and I commandeered it for an episode. As simple as it gets, line the lid with cardboard, line the inside with cardboard. I put my cell phone in, had her call it cut the reception off. However, the walkie-talkie still worked. The radio definitely cut out instantly, pretty much before I even put the lid on, the radio cut out. Now, you can get even simpler when it comes to Faraday cages, and that, I mean, is even putting your cell phone in a box, wrapping it with aluminum foil, you're still protecting it more than just leaving it outside. Now, we'll test that out and see if that actually works. Tell me if this is coming through over here. Check. Holy f***. Damn. All right. Can you call off cell, please?
Mm-hmm. It's ringing.
It's ringing? My God.
And it rang 3 times and then went to voicemail.
Whoo.
Liquidity gives you monthly distributions with tax advantage and targeted 12% equity return. Find out more. Dial ** invest on 488-7275. 488.
And it's completely cut out. I'm going to leave the drives in this little ghetto Faraday cage built in the filing cabinet for right now. I mean, who would have thought, though, the popcorn tin actually was the solid route to go? And I'm thinking it's because of the seal. So, even with the filing cabinet, I did seal up the holes with aluminum tape. And even when I noticed that there was no metal on the bottom, I put the filing cabinet on top of a metal sign to completely surround it in metal. Still didn't change anything. So if you know more than I do, please let me know where am I going wrong. I mean, the popcorn tin is a success. So even if you've got like one of grandma's candy tin, not candy tins, the cookie tins that she now keeps her sewing supplies in, even if you have one of those, you could line that with cardboard. That is going to effectively, I feel like, in my opinion, effectively block. Oh yeah, and as far as things to put in a Faraday cage, my drives for me are important. Aside from that, extras that I would probably throw in there. I probably would throw a set of walkie-talkies in there. Cheap, simple pair, but let's just say in that case, a small EMP did go off in the neighborhood. Quick way of communicating. Quick way of communicating would be the walkie-talkies. The other thing, an old cell phone with a charger. Because in an emergency scenario, even if it is deactivated, emergency services can still be contacted using an old cell phone. I mean, other than that, tell me what you guys would put in a Faraday cage. Well, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at New Age Tactical. Oh, there's Jared right now. Jared's texting me. You know, he told me this was a bad idea, this video. He's probably right, but f*** him. He's not here. Hopefully we can get into the studio sometime soon, even if it's for a short opening or period of time. Otherwise, New Age Tactical over and out.